Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing my top 7 tips and tricks for filming your video lessons and trainings for your online courses. And I get it, filming video can be super nerve-wracking. But when you have a simple system to follow, you'll be breezing through the video creation process and you might actually have some fun doing it. Are you ready? This is the best place for course creators, digital entrepreneurs, and business owners who are ready to build and scale their online course business to make more money. And if that is you, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified every Friday when a new video goes live. Recording videos is something I do a lot of now in my business. I not only record content for my courses, but I'm now doing a YouTube video every single week. And as an introverted person, I never expected myself to be in this situation. Honestly, for the longest time, for years, all I would do is write blog posts, and video was completely out of the question. But filming videos is actually my favorite way to create content now. So use these tips to plan out a strategy so you can get those videos recorded and your course will be up and running in no time. Tip number 1 is to write out a script or an outline of everything you want to cover in your video lesson. Now, this could be as simple as bullet points, or you can completely write out the entire script word for word for what you want to say. Now, this really just depends on what your preference is, if you like to wing it, or if you need to know exactly what to say for every single frame of your shots. I have these more fleshed out bullet points, so I have the freedom to freestyle a little bit, but I know exactly what points I need to cover for each of my videos. In your script, include notes for things you want to include that you want to show. So maybe you want to show a screen share of a certain process, or you have an image or a logo or something else that you want to show. Put those notes into your script so you can have them ready to go when you step into the recording studio. Tip number 2 is to keep your course videos short and to the point. That means leave out the fluff. You want to include exactly what your student needs to achieve the result that you promised and nothing more. I know it can be super tempting to add in everything, including the kitchen sink, every single little tip and trick you can think of, but hear me out. Your students will have a much easier time getting the results when they're not confused by all of these other things that you're trying to tell them to do. You need to keep it simple and specific, and that is going to help not only your students get results, but when they do, you'll have great testimonials that will help you sell more of it in the future. Tip number 3 is to make sure you have a good audio and lighting setup. Now, of the two, audio is the most important when it comes to online courses and generally for any kind of educational, informative video, period. And that's because your students are learning through what you're saying, usually more than what they're seeing. It's more important what I'm saying to you versus how nicely my hair looks in the light, right? So if you are going to splurge on something, make it a microphone over lighting. That being said, you don't need to break the bank to have half-decent audio. Now, your built-in microphone in your laptop will do in a pinch, but it isn't ideal. You can get a much clearer sound and a much nicer ambience to your video sound quality by investing in a microphone. Now, if you're doing screen shares or talking over slides, then a USB microphone is going to be your best bet. And the one that I use and recommend is the Blue Snowball. This is super affordable. You can get it for under $100. I think it's 50 or 60 bucks. And all you have to do is you plug it into your computer, set it to the setting you need, and you are good to go. Your audio is 10 times better than it would have been without. If you're doing talking head videos, it's kind of like the one I'm doing now, you'll want a lav or a lavalier microphone. And these are the ones, I'm not sure you can see it because I'm wearing black, but it's this little tiny ball microphone that clips right on. That plugs straight into your phone or to your camera or whatever you're using. Basically, plug it in and you go. Now, this is the Boya microphone. It is also super affordable. I'm not using anything fancy myself. I'll link all of these tools in the description below. For lighting, the cheapest option is to simply use natural light from a window. Now, natural light is super flattering. I'm using it right now. I have a window right over here. So all you need to do is set yourself up next to a window and you can have some great looking videos with lighting. But if you want to film outside of daylight hours, or you want to supplement, or your place doesn't have a nice window like this, then I recommend a ring light. Now, I'm using that as well. I'm supplementing because it's a very cloudy day right now. So I have my ring light set up straight ahead of me. Now, this is the newer ring light and it comes with an attachment so I can have my phone, which I'm filming with right now, right in the center. So it holds my phone, which I'm filming with my light, and I am good to go. I'd love to know, what are you working with to film your online courses? Now, whether you are just filming with what you have with an iPhone and a window, or you have a more expensive setup with a fancy camera and lighting kit, I'd love to know what you're working with. Because contrary to what a lot of people believe, you actually don't need to spend a lot of money to film great content. I am a strong believer that you should get started with whatever it is you have and upgrade as you go along, as you can afford to make those investments. Tip number 4 is to practice before you start filming. So whether you are talking over slides, if you are doing a tutorial via screen share, or you're doing talking heads, practicing beforehand can really help. When you get that practice in, when you're familiar with your script and what you're going to say, you stumble a lot less over your words and you get a lot more comfortable on the camera, so you look more confident and more knowledgeable about what you're teaching your audience. How much practice you do really depends on what you prefer. You might just want to read your script a couple times right before filming, or you want to spend a few days going over it so you can have parts of it memorized. But whatever you're most comfortable with, that can work for you. I personally just read it over a few times before I go and I clean it up afterwards. Step number 5 is to test your tech before you get started. Now, this is a lesson I've learned the hard way a whole bunch of times, and there is nothing worse than filming an entire video and then realizing that your camera was out of focus the whole time or your microphone wasn't set to on. Now, I've done this before with my microphones. I actually did it earlier today when I was filming and had to refilm the intro section to one of my videos because I had forgot to clip my lav mic to my shirt. So because filming all over again is totally not fun, I suggest doing a check of all of your tech. So check your camera, check that the focus is focused on you, check your microphones, check that they work. Film a little test video beforehand where you tap your mic and make sure that it's working. Check your lighting and make sure that all of your batteries are charged the night before. That's also a huge bummer when you are halfway through and your camera battery dies. It can definitely put a kink in your plan, so make sure you do this. Tip number 6 is to film your video in segments. Now, I don't expect you to be a Hollywood actor with an entire script memorized. I don't do that, and I don't think most people do. So what I do and what I'm doing in all these videos here is I will break up my scripts into sections, into different points, and film them in chunks. So I might talk here about this topic and then I will cut and take a look at my notes. I have my notes on my computer screen right here. So what I do is I film a segment, I hit the stop record button, and then I take a look at my notes for the next section and then film again. It's kind of like that metaphor where you are driving a car at night with your headlights on. You only need to see a couple meters ahead of you and you can get from point A to point B. And the same goes for filming video. And when you do this, it is super easy to edit out mistakes. If I stumble over my words, I stop, and then before I even add that into Premiere Pro or whatever you're using to edit, I can delete those ones that are mistakes. This makes editing super easy, and you can edit all of your segments together and make it flow and sound and look great. And our 7th and final tip, number 7, is to batch your content creation. Now, when you do this, when you decide to get a bunch of filming done of a bunch of different videos at once, it can really help you be efficient with your time and your energy. So you'll get into the flow of things. I find that my first video of the day, I usually stumble a lot and have a lot of mistakes, but after I've done a couple, I warm up and I know what I'm saying and I'm more charismatic, and all of these things. So when you batch your content, you get higher quality videos, you get more done, and you're more efficient with your time. This also means that you're only setting up your equipment once instead of several days in a row to get that content created. And it also saves you mental energy because switching between tasks, so switching from filming to editing to uploading, that is a lot of switching for your brain to do, and it tends to make you lose focus. But when you can spend one day filming 5 or 6 videos and then the next couple days editing, it usually helps you stay focused and actually get more done at the end of the day. So what I'm actually doing right now, I'm filming 4 videos at once, and that is an entire month of YouTube content for me. So I get this done. I don't have to do my hair and my makeup every single week. So schedule a few days into your calendar to do some filming and make sure there are days where you have few distractions and it's quiet and a nice environment for getting your filming work done. But if you're stuck on coming up with an idea for a course, or you have an idea but you're not sure if it's going to sell when you create it, check out my Profitable Online Course Idea Starter Kit, where I will walk you through the entire process of brainstorming profitable online course ideas. And I'm also sharing my quick validation process so you can validate and pre-sell your course before you create it. That way you can waltz right into the course creation process knowing for sure that people want it and that people are going to buy. You can grab that starter kit for free at the link in the description below. And if you would like to join an amazing community of other course creators and digital entrepreneurs just like you, I would love to invite you to join my exclusive Facebook group, the Course Boss Club. Inside, you get access to that amazing community, and I'll be in there every single day of the week, dropping knowledge, tips, and tricks for how you can grow and scale your online course business so you can make more money. Check out these videos next if you are ready to take your course business to the next level. So if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and share it with a friend who could also benefit.